Hi Harry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for your time.
And you.
Thank you for applying first of all for the job, and secondly, thank you for your time for coming to the interview today. Okay. Got a range of questions that again support the job specification, so looking for specific skills and qualities that you have shown possessed in your CV. Going to ask around about 9 questions, so be relaxed. Just try and answer them in as much depth as possible. Go from there, okay?
Alright.
So, first of all, here at Dudley Centre, your personality and your ability to fit into a team is very important. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and possibly your hobbies?
Well, from a young age I've always been into sports. Like originally I played football for a few years and then I got skated for rugby, so my passion for rugby and other sports kind of grew. As I got older I went into more sports, so during secondary school I played tennis a few times. Granted I wasn't very good at it, but I played a few other sports like field hockey and stuff like that, so I've always enjoyed playing sports.
Yeah.
So I try and do as much sports as I can outside of, you know, college and work and stuff like that. And well, obviously I do quite enjoy spending time and social. For example, rugby again, team games, so I've always managed to fit in well. And then I just kind of want to pass on to other people.
Excellent. With your experience in a range of sports, how do you think that's going to support you within this actual job?
But when teaching sports,
Yeah.
it always comes better if you have a previous knowledge, if you play, because then you can see it from the player's perspective, not just the coach's perspective. So you can see what the players need to improve on and how they can do it, rather than a coach's point of view, which isn't always the best, even though it is usually.
Okay. So we really like people here at Dudley Centre that are fully committed. What interests you about work experience and volunteering with us?
Well, again, when I was younger I always tried to volunteer, so when I could, there was sports days during my school time and I've always tried to apply for them, always tried to get in. I enjoy working with people, and again, sports is a passion of mine, so I do like to do as much as I can, and I've volunteered for the rugby club I'm currently in, doing events for children and stuff like that.
Talk to me a little bit about those events that you've previously... have you done those events, first of all?
Yeah, I've helped run 2 events at the UK Rugby Club where we had outside people who was new to the sport, who hadn't really gave rugby much thought. So we gave out flyers and stuff like that to get as many people in as we could. And after that we kind of did an induction kind of for beginners, so we did a few techniques of passing, and as there was only beginners we didn't go into much kind of tackling, and then we got them to play touch for an hour or 2, and then we built on points what they could improve and how they were doing.
Excellent. Can you give me an example maybe where you've worked as a team? What happened, how you contributed, and what the end result was? And I know that you said that you've contributed in this event, but are there any other types of situations where you've worked as a team?
Well, going back to my previous point of playing rugby outside of work and education, that is very much working as a team, because without every part moving as it should, it doesn't go well. For example, like I'm a forward and they need the forwards to get the ball up through the court, through the field. So we need to work as a team to get the end game, which is win. And I do that every week, and other than that I would do work in a retail store at the moment, and I have to lead a team of individuals to do their job properly.
Okay, going into that example there, you work in retail at the moment. So what's your position?
In retail, I am called an operation sales advisor. So if I'm not on the sales floor working with customers, which is a very big part of my job,
Yeah.
I would run the day-to-days behind the scenes. So I would manage stock, I would manage takes and values for things, and I would deal with customers through head office and stuff like that.
Okay, so what kind of skills and qualities do you think you possessed or gained that will support you within this role?
Well, I have very good management skills. As previously mentioned, my retail job because that is very organised and needs a lot of time management.
Any other skills that you think?
I'm also a good communicator, so like both education, work and sports, there is always communication involved, and I never fail to get what's needed done across to other people. But we had this team building exercise at work where one person has to do something for 5 minutes and then swap over different roles to someone, and then you have to explain what you needed to do. So I have good communication skills that way.
Okay, good. If you get the job, you would have lots of responsibility. Could you tell me about a time where maybe you've had to lead something in particular? This could be voluntary or potentially helping a friend that you found maybe was difficult. However, you got an end result and maybe enjoyed the task of problem solving.
Going back to my previous point of sports, when there is a new person coming into the team, we genuinely have to make them feel welcome, and if they're new to the sport altogether, we need to kind of show them what to do. So as one of the leaders in our rugby team, I took on a few new people and I helped them flourish in the terms of rugby, and they've become very good players.
And how did you feel that you got to that end goal with those participants?
It was a bit of tough work. We had 3 days of training each week just to get them up to level, because we were 16, so we wasn't quite new to the game as most people were. So we did 3 days of work training, and then we would have like a little game on Sundays, and they would come and take part, and we did that each week until they got better. And one of them currently plays for the English Academy.
And can you tell me then about things that you're most proud of? So that could be personal achievement, things that you've worked on. That could be example like volunteering, something that you maybe you took part in at school, or even with your part-time job now.
Well, volunteering when I was younger, we did work experience and stuff like that in secondary school, and I volunteered to go on this camp kind of trip, and it was people with like disabilities, and I went with them for the week, and I helped lead them. I helped get them understanding of sports, and not only sports but like normal life lessons, what might come naturally to me and you but struggle for those. And it was made me quite proud that I helped them, and they really saw it and thanked me at the end with cards and stuff like that, and it was a great experience.
It sounds rewarding to be able to give something back to those that are probably not as fortunate.
It was.
Good. So in regards to your personal skills and showing confidence, can you give me an example where maybe you've had to deal with others and show that you are a confident individual?
During my time at secondary school, throughout from years 9 to year 11, I helped train the rugby team, as the coach wasn't a rugby player or not the best at teaching rugby, where I had a bit of insight where he didn't. So I had to teach the year 7s to year 9s how to play rugby. And other than that, we had classes come in, and I'd have to lead a group of 30 children and sort them into groups and deal with them that way.
So it's quite a young age really then to be able to show that confidence.
It was. So I think I was about 14 when I started doing it, 13, 14. And I had to take on groups of 30 children, like about ages 10 and 11.
So you've been quite heavily involved in leading and coaching aspects from that age. Do you think that experience probably supported your confidence over time?
I think when I originally started, I wasn't the most confident player. Joining new teams and new groups, it's always been quite daunting to some people, but the more I did it, the more confidence I grew. That's led me to be able to teach in front of people and children and help guide people where I was struggling when I was younger, so I can bring them out of it.
Super. Do you have any work experience that might have helped you within this job, so specific coaching?
Well, last year at college I did a coaching course which helped me get my qualifications for coaching. So we went down to like the Foxyard school, and I taught a few groups, 3 classes as well, with a few more individuals each week. And then other than that, as previously mentioned, at secondary school I would teach classes that way. Occasionally I'd go down to the Bramford Primary School, which was my old primary school, and I helped teach there as well.
Okay, so you've had quite a good, if you like, range of different ability levels and I guess age groups as well where you've coached.
Yeah.
Within the setting of last year, you spoke about you were at Foxyard School.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about that situation where you were coaching. Tell me about the things that you would have led as a coach. Tell me about you working as a team player, because you said that you were coaching with others as well.
When it started, we usually had about groups of 4 people, and it was all taken on different roles. So there was like 1 or 2 people to do a warm-up, and then for a main session, 1 or 2 with the others helping out, and then last person to do a cool down. Whereas, so like I would usually do the main session, but I'd help do the warm-up. I'd like be the guinea pig, as it were, showing them how to do it, while the instructor was like telling me how to do it, to clearly show how to do it. And then I'd help with the cool down by getting them organised and so on.
Okay, and throughout these sessions, were you coaching specific sports? Was there an ongoing progression within the sessions?
Well, to start with, our first session with them, we kind of did a taster, so we did some football, we did a bit of tennis, we did a bit of cricket, like a taster's day, to get them accumulated to what we would usually do. And then we took feedback towards the end to say what they most preferred. And so we decided to build our session on what they wanted most. So we started with easy kind of passing drills, then led up to shooting and tackling and marking and stuff like that, and progressively got more technique into it.
Okay, so you focus predominantly on skills and techniques throughout those sessions. Okay, good. Okay, last question, is there any extra additional maybe skills or qualities that maybe we haven't covered where you maybe want to discuss, or anything specifically you want to maybe add before we finish, that could be achievements or things that maybe shown in the past in your work or coaching?
Well, through my coaching career, I've got FA level 1s and 2s in football and rugby ready courses and stuff like that. But most of the experience I got was through doing it rather than learning about it. So it's kind of built me up to know how to do it, rather than learning about it and then trying to do it that way and struggling. I learnt by doing as I was younger, through rugby and stuff like that.
Brilliant. Anything else that you like?
No.
That's great. Thank you for your time, Harry. Okay, and what we'll do is give feedback in the next 2 or 3 days and let you know in regards to the appointment to this position.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.